Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tuesday's Market Situation Report, or SITREP. Here at Top Gun Options, I am Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and saw one of the scariest weather phenomena in my life, especially as an aviator. Make sure you head to facebook.com/topgunoptions. That's our page. I was up on the roof of Icon yesterday, the Icon building on Las Olas Boulevard here in Fort Lauderdale. Up on the 44th floor, I like to head up there and trade and sit up on the roof. Incredible weather in South Florida, but yesterday I filmed a microburst right off the approach end of runways, 29 over there at Fort Lauderdale Exec Airport. There's the airport right there. This is a microburst. If you know the story of Delta Airlines Flight 191 into Dallas-Fort Worth, you know how dangerous these things are. It was beautiful looking, but getting that on film was incredible. They put it on, well, I'm not going to say the network, CNN, and the Weather Channel, but absolutely incredible. Go check out that footage. Remember, if you're sitting on an airplane somewhere and you're delayed and it's beautiful out, and the pilot comes up and says weather, don't moan and groan because they're trying to save your life. As I sat here on the roof, a bunch of airplanes that were trying. The only way to deal with a wind shear like this is to not get into it. Like I said, the Delta Airlines flight in the DFW, just a horrific story because it really is. It'll lull you into. So at the beginning of the wind shear there at like that left side of the funnel, let me stop it right there. What happens is your airspeed starts increasing and you start climbing and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? And then you get into the middle of it and you're like, wow, I'm fast and I'm high, so I need to pull some power off and get back down here. And when you pull power off and get back down, by that time you've made it through it, and then you're on the downdraft of this, and what happens? Now you have a tailwind. Now you're getting pushed down into the ground. You can be at full power and pull your nose up, and you're going to fly right into the ground. So make sure you head over to facebook.com/TopGunOptions. I posted that, and the Weather Channel and CNN and all these people started reaching out, asking if they could use it. So there you go. Trading and helping people stay safe. Trump continues to look like a fool dealing with Iran. Yesterday, so last week he put a market on human life. He said, one drone equals 150 people. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard out of a commander-in-chief. Not happy with the guy at all. Then yesterday, what does he do? Hey, why are we even protecting other countries' shipping lanes for zero compensation? So the dude made a market with a drone. Now he's making a market with this. So for all the folks out there that scream no blood for oil, well, Trump just kind of put an exclamation point on that. And today, the president put sanctions on the supreme leader. Sounds like a burrito. On the supreme leader the other day. Yeah, quick question. Why haven't we done that to date? I'm putting even more stronger sanctions on Iran. Why haven't we done those yet? So what did the Supreme Leader do? Now there's zero chance of any diplomacy. We're going to kill the great Satan. So what does Trump do? Trump slams Iran's ignorant, insulting statement, warns any further attacks will mean obliteration. Kind of like what he said last week. Let's read this tweet. And I wrote, not that he reads my tweets, but I responded to the president. Here's what he said. He said, Iran's leadership doesn't understand the words nice or compassion. Dude, did you just figure that out? They don't understand the words nice or compassion. They've killed 608 of our Marines and soldiers in Iraq. We fought these people, man. They throw homosexuals off buildings. They beat women. Oh, sadly, the only thing they understand is strength and power. Have you guys heard me say this? I've been to, 9 countries in the Middle East. I lived in Saudi Arabia. I flew combat sorties over Iraq. I've told you this. Mr. President, give me a call, man. You need some help. The only thing they understand is strength and power. Then if you do understand that, then you know that last week when you said, I'd love to meet with the dear leader, and it must have been some idiot making this decision, and, we're not going to attack. You screwed this up. The USA is by far the most powerful military force in the world with $1.5 trillion, blah, blah, wank. Dude, stop it. Arrogant and insulting is what you're doing to the American people and what you did to the military. Making it seem like some general forgot to brief you on the collateral damage estimate until 10 minutes before the attack, you look like an idiot. Anyway, let's move on. So Iran's not getting any better. Shocker. It's going to take force, folks, and it's going to take overwhelming force. The fact that he said one life or 150, lives equal a drone is ridiculous. You want a disproportionate response, man. If somebody walks up to me and knocks my MAGA hat off my head, I'm going to knock their teeth out. And it's going to take the police to rip me off of them. When you are in a fight, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fight. Military force needs to be of such that they don't get up or ever think about it again. Ronald Reagan put an entire carrier battle group and flew bombers around France from England because the frogs wouldn't let us fly through France. And we destroyed Muammar Gaddafi for killing one U.S. service member in a disco in Berlin. Hell, they even killed one of his kids in one of the palaces. You didn't hear from Gaddafi for 30, 40 years. Anyway, Beijing slams Secretary of State Pompeo as trade talks loom. He can no longer play the role of top U.S. diplomat. So now the Chinese, where'd this come from, folks? Xi Jinping just met with cream of some young guy in North Korea, the great deer leader over there, the supreme leader, the deer leader. I'm seeing a trend here. So this is coming from North Korea. North Korea doesn't like Pompeo. He's a hawk when it comes to Korea, and he's right. I get the good cop, bad cop out of the president, but, we're just going to shrug and laugh at this. But, is this a bone that the president has to throw the Chinese and North Korea to denuclearize and to get a trade deal? Mike Pompeo might be on the chopping block here, folks. China presses Trump to compromise on trade war demands ahead of key meeting this week. And UBS said the other day the globe is headed for a recession and bear market if this week's U.S.-China trade talks fail. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback today going into these trade talks. I did say we're going to hover, and I did say volatility is going to go up. We have a really good-looking iron condor and volatility up $450 so far. We had a max profit of $3,800 last week in an iron condor. A week before that, it was a bull put spread on volatility for $2,100. And this week, we're risking $4,000 to potentially make $3,500 by Friday as long as volatility stays in a little bit of a range here. And I fully expect that to happen. What's that? Nearly $10,000 potentially volatility profits in the past 3 weeks on what? Trading this stuff, folks, using our brains and strategy. So stocks are kind of hanging out here as our teams just landed or are landing, whatever it is, over in Osaka, and we're taking it easy. We're trading sideways into these meetings here. But the president, man, and the other day, Trump slammed stubborn child Jerome Powell, the Fed chief. Market would be thousands of points higher, but the Fed blew it. I got it. I've told you that he's going to do this, folks. He's got two boogeymen, right? He's got China and the trade war boogeyman, and he has Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell was doing his job before the president got involved, and now the dude can't do his job because the president got involved. Not digging what's going on with the president of late, folks, and especially since he caved like a coward with the ICE raids. Supposed to collect 2 million people breaking the law. We have 60,000 homeless vets in this country. We got 11 million illegals, free health care. Some of them get free college in 27 states. That's okay. I can't get seen at the VA. The hearing aids I require, $7,000 in the civilian world. There's zero at the VA. No to whiz. Yes to illegal immigrants. Nice job, Mr. President. Consumer confidence collapses to 2-year lows. Well, that ain't good. New home sales crashed in May to the weakest since 2018. Ooh. So the market is starting to wake up a little bit that the macroeconomic data aren't that good. But who cares, Wiz? That's awesome news, because if the macroeconomic data aren't good, that means Jerome Powell absolutely positively has to cut rates next month in July. You got that right, Chief. They are backed into a corner here. So a lot of stuff going on in the market, folks. I sent out a text alert and an email alert to the primary live trade brief, folks. We're looking at legging into an iron condor, a weekly iron condor here on FXI. Sent out a bear call spread. Everybody, if you're in in the primary live trade brief, I'll see you at 1 o'clock Eastern. It's the 41.5. 41 bull put spread. Sorry about that. It's the bull put spread. We put on a bear call spread. Let me revise and extend my remarks. We put on a bear call spread last week on FXI. Look at this trade. Last week in our primary live trade brief, this trade is up about $1,000, 67% gain since last Tuesday. $1,000 in a week on limited risk, and that trade's looking to make another potential $300, $400 by Friday. So what are we doing? I'm putting on a bull put spread because FXI is starting to give a little bit back here. Here's a daily chart of what we're doing today. We're just kind of, if you look at the FXI, we've ripped a face-off rally on some good news, went through the 50-day, and now we're pulling back to the middle of this Keltner channel. So make sure you look at your cell phone or your email for that text alert if you're in the primary live trade brief. Bull put spread. 41.5, 41 going into Friday. That iron condor could potentially, $2,600 by Friday. Hey, quick heads up, folks. We've been doing a complete customer audit and overview. Looks like this is all on me, man. We have like over 100 people that for some reason were inactive, and Infusionsoft had a hiccup, or Infusionsoft, our CRM system, when somebody goes inactive, they don't remove their tags, and looks like a lot of people for the past year or so have been getting access to our stuff for free. That's on me. That's not on you. If you've been getting access to our stuff for free because for whatever reason, and you don't get access today to the primary live trade brief, now you know why. We did a full year audit, and if give us a call if you want access. Otherwise, please do me a favor, don't call and complain that you don't have access if you haven't been paying for it for a year. So again, that's on me. That's not on you, but you got to email customer support if you don't have access and you're not supposed to, okay? I got to get going. I got to get ready for our 1 o'clock primary live trade brief. We're going to talk about all these issues and see if Trump can get back in my good graces. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. We'll see you later.